Today, I'm going to guide you through a visualization meditation. It's brief, it's simple, and it's relaxing. So get comfy, kick off your shoes, and let's meditate together. Hello, and welcome to the Pause First Academy channel. I'm Kim Colegrove. Let's jump right into this visualization meditation. Okay, it doesn't matter if you're a beginner or you've meditated for a million years. We're just going to sit together and I'm going to guide you through this short and simple process to see if a visualization meditation appeals to you. I think one major barrier for people when they try to meditate is they try it once or twice and they can't quiet their mind, or they can't settle down, or they don't think anything's happening and they get frustrated and they give up. I always say you have to stay after it for a little while, find the right teacher, the right technique, the right approach, try some different things, experiment, and you can find something that works for you. We're all different. Let's give visualization meditation a try. So I'm going to invite you to get comfy now. Take your time. I have a couple more things I want to tell you before we jump into the meditation. So find a place to sit down. Hopefully you'll be uninterrupted. Turn off your phone if you can, maybe even flip it over so that the screen doesn't light up and get your attention. Kick off your shoes. Get a glass of water if you need it. And I'm going to guide you through this brief meditation. And here's what I want you to know before we go into the meditation. When we think a thought, or when we imagine or visualize something, our brain manufactures chemicals that correspond with those thoughts or that correspond with those visions or imaginations. When it's something negative or scary, like remembering a traumatic event, our brain manufactures stress hormones and floods our systems with those stress hormones, and that's why we have a physiological response. But the same is also true in reverse. So if we focus on, think about, picture, imagine, or visualize something pleasant, something peaceful, something enjoyable, something or someone that we love, our brain begins to manufacture chemicals or hormones that correspond with those thoughts and images. And so the brain will manufacture those more beneficial chemicals, and we get a physiological response to that as well. So that's kind of the point of a creative visualization meditation. I hope that makes sense. Now, stay tuned. After the meditation, I'll talk just a little more about this. And at that point, you should be a little more relaxed than you are right now. And maybe that will help open your mind a little bit to considering whether or not this was effective and enjoyable and a practice that you might want to try again. All right, so hopefully now you're sitting comfy and you'll be uninterrupted. Let's hope you don't get interrupted so you can really give this a shot, see how it goes. So I will invite you to sit comfortable enough that your back is supported, but upright enough that you can take a few breaths and oxygenate your system. I'm going to guide us from A to Z through the whole process. There's nothing for you to do. Just try your best to sink into it. Before we jump in, I'd like you to think of a place. Now, this can be an actual place that you've been before, or you can imagine a place. So this place, it might be a favorite vacation spot. It could be your grandparents' home when you were a child, a place where you always felt happy and safe. It could be your favorite fishing spot, a place you love to go and walk in nature. It could be your own backyard. People get very creative with this, and that's part of the process, is allowing yourself to be creative. I've taught classes where people say, I just went to my living room and my favorite chair. I've heard people say, I mentally went to my bedroom because it's my favorite, most comfy spot and I don't get to spend enough time there. I've had people talk about going to their favorite vacation spot mentally, and also just imagining the perfect vacation spot. So think of a place right now, and if you could actually go to that place, you know you would feel comfortable, relaxed, safe, maybe even happy. All right, so you should have a place in mind. What we're going to do is I'm going to have you close down your eyes and take a few deep breaths, sort of oxygenate the system and try and allow your muscles to relax. Then we're going to imagine the place we've selected. So we're going to try and picture it. One caveat here. If you are not great at imagining or picturing places, I'm not either. But what I do is I do my best to imagine or picture the place, and then I sort of tell myself the story of it. So I tend to choose a beach because that's one of my favorite places to go. So I'll imagine a beach and I'll picture it as best I can. But as I do this meditation, I'll tell myself the story by saying, I'm sitting on the sand and the sand is warm and I can dig my toes down into the sand and I hear the sounds of the waves and I can smell. So, see what I'm saying? I kind of tell myself the story of it. And that tends to help me get a picture in my mind. All right, so imagining your place now, sitting comfortably. I'm going to ask you to picture the place. We're going to imagine ourselves in the place, and then I'll give you the rest of the guidance, and then I will bring us out of the meditation. So let's close down our eyes, and we'll start by taking a couple of full deep breaths. You don't have to do any particular breathing during the meditation, but do take a few breaths right now. As you inhale with these deep breaths, just to kind of lead us into the meditation, see if you can pull that air all the way down into your belly and feel your belly expand. Just really inhale and oxygenate, and then let it all out on each breath. And as we move into the meditation, if the deep, full breathing feels good, keep doing that. And if it feels better for you to allow your breath to regulate and just breathe normally, then do that. I want you to be comfy and sink into this experience. Now, as you continue to breathe just a little deeper than you normally do, check the areas of your body where you normally hold stress and see if you can release a little bit of that tension. Just check your eyes and let them go soft and relax. And check your mouth, make sure there's space between your teeth, relax your jaws, relax your mouth. Check your shoulders and see if you can ease your shoulders down away from your ears a little. Let those shoulders relax. And take a breath into your belly. And when you exhale there, let your midsection release and relax. And just breathe, friend. Just breathe. All right? Okay, eyes closed, nice and comfy. Just breathe and be. Here we go. I'd like you to picture the place you selected. So imagine this place and look all around and make a few mental notes of what you see as you look around this place. Add a little detail. Kind of just talking to yourself in your head, making mental notes of what you see as you look all around you. And now find a place to sit down. You can imagine a chair or a bench. You can sit on the ground or the floor. Find a place to sit down. Sit down. Imagine yourself sitting down and getting nice and comfy. And now continue looking all around this place, making mental notes of what you see off in the distance, as well as what you see right around you. Keep breathing. And now make mental notes about what you hear in this place. What do you hear? Are there any sounds around you? How about smells? What do you smell in this place? What does it feel like here? Is it warm or cool? Are you inside or outside? Notice the temperature. Is there a breeze? Can you detect a breeze on your skin? Is the sun shining? How does it feel here, and how do you feel? Make a couple of mental notes now about how you feel in this place. And now I'm going to be quiet for a couple of minutes while you continue sitting in this place you visualized, looking around. Continue making mental notes, detailed mental notes of what you see as you look all around you, off into the distance and right around you, what you smell, what you feel, what you hear. Let's do that together for a couple of minutes. And in a couple of minutes, you'll hear my voice again. And I'll bring us out of this meditation. And then we're going to chat for a minute or two before we say goodbye. Just breathe and relax. In a moment, I'm going to count to 3. And when I say 3, we'll open our eyes, feeling nice and relaxed. 1, bringing your awareness back into the room you're sitting in. 2, preparing to open your eyes. 3, open your eyes. Come on back. Take a nice breath here. And now make a couple of mental notes about how you feel, how that went, what that was like. Visualization, meditation. Creative visualization is a tool you can use anytime to help bring yourself into the present moment and to help you feel better, more relaxed. It's a great stress reduction tool. It might take a little practice. But now that you've gone through this exercise with me, I want to reiterate, when you think thoughts, have memories, look forward to something that's coming up, and you think the thoughts around that, and you get images in your mind, or you picture or visualize something, if it's positive, if it's happy, relaxing, feels like relief, something you would look forward to. When you think those thoughts and visualize those images, your brain begins to manufacture chemicals that correspond with those thoughts and images. And so when they're pleasant and your brain manufactures these hormones, they are the more beneficial hormones like serotonin. So you might feel happy, calm, relaxed, anticipatory, excited. Those are some of the more good feeling feels. And what I want you to focus on here is that this is something you can do on purpose as an exercise. You don't have to spend 10 minutes or 15 minutes or 20 minutes. You can. Once you get the hang of this and you know how to do it, it can become actually really quite pleasant. I feel like everyone can learn to meditate if it's a struggle for you in the beginning. All we have to do is identify what your barriers are and then find an approach that'll work for you. So today was visualization, meditation, creative visualization. You could even pause where you are anytime, any place, and just for a minute or two, you don't have to do the whole long meditation, just for a minute or two. Remember the place that you thought of today, because here's a hot tip. You just created an inner space. You just created a space or a place in your own mind, and you can go there anytime. If you were able to do it today, you can go there anytime. One of my favorite parts of this exercise is that nobody can go in there with me unless I imagine them there. So if you need a retreat and you just need a little peace and quiet, remember this inner space that you just created. And you can go there for 30 seconds or 1 minute. Use your breath, picture it, look around, notice the smells and the sounds. It can be a great stress buster. I hope you enjoyed this exercise. Thank you so much for playing along. I have a lot more coming. I very much appreciate your time, and I'll see you next time.